Hi everybody, how are we all doing? I hope we're having a good week so far. So today is Thursday, the 9th of June, sorry, I almost forgot there, 2016. And wow, hi, how's everyone doing? I'm back. I know it's been a while. You may have noticed I've not done many movie reviews of late, especially at least since Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. Mainly because I think I'm just going to stick to just doing the DC Warner Brothers slate of movies. So obviously the next one that's coming up will be Suicide Squad. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. But to quickly recap on all the films that I have seen, we've seen X-Men Apocalypse. I thought it was alright, but Apocalypse was just heavily underused. He wasn't utilized as the menace and evil villain that he actually is. So I was disappointed in that. Warcraft, very good visually anyway. And whilst I've never played the game, I really don't know what the plot was all about itself. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. So that for me was fun. What else? Oh my god, my mind's gone blank. What else have we seen? Captain America: Civil War. Well, okay. I might as well quickly mention something about that. Yes, I enjoyed it. It had similarities to Batman v Superman, especially the reversal of what happened with Tony Stark and his parents, and obviously we see what happened with Batman and his parents. And it's amazing how people are praising Marvel for the same sort of things that Warner's have been, like Batman v Superman. People are praising Civil War for similar things that Batman v Superman was, slated for. So, you know, the bit that really did it for me with Civil War was how at the end of it all, Steve Rogers practically throws Tony Stark an olive branch to say, hey, I know my best friend killed your parents, but if you still need help from us, just let me know. It's like Tony Stark would have killed Bucky if Rogers was not there. He would have killed him for the simple fact that he killed his parents, although in the film he actually says he killed his mother, which tells you the relationship that he has with his dad. But yeah, he could easily have killed him. And I think that was the other thing. Marvel were too weak to actually kill off a character. I mean, we saw what happened with Rhodes. I honestly thought that was it for him. I thought that was it. No more War Machine, no more James Rhodes whatsoever. But no, he was just paralyzed basically. And I thought to myself, well, you're such wusses. Come on, guys. Okay, fair enough. Infinity War's going to come out, and I'm sure we're going to get some deaths in that. Yes, I know Quicksilver himself was killed in Age of Ultron, but so far I think that's only been just one character that's, a main character essentially. He wasn't really a main character, but he was a second-rate character in the film. Whereas in the first Avengers film, we saw Coulson die, but if you've been watching Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., you know that he's not dead anymore. But it just, for me, was just a bit... And will they bring Quicksilver back? Can they bring Quicksilver back? Who knows? But back to Civil War, I thought to myself, yeah, it has similarities to Batman v Superman. But the fact that people are having a go at Batman v Superman because Superman mentions Martha, suddenly Batman and Superman are friends. Yay, wow. No, there was a lot more than that, guys. There was a deeper, more emotional, thought behind that. And if you watch the film carefully, the reason why we even got the flashback for the second time of his parents being killed and the name Martha being mentioned is because Bruce then realizes, whoa, hold on, I'm about to kill this dude who in fact does have human parents, has morals, and has just basically woken me up from my nightmare that I've had for the past however many years since his parents have been dead. And not to mention for the past 20 years that he's been Batman in Gotham. Don't forget he's also lost his partner Robin, and he changed his ways, he changed his methods. That's why we saw him killing people. And I will talk about the Ultimate Edition trailer later on as well, because there were some bits in there that really does give you an idea as to what happened to Batman. So yeah, that was Civil War basically. Okay, that was my thoughts on it. Now let's move on. I've been to Florida. Last month, me and my girlfriend, we went to Florida for 2 weeks and had an amazing time. It was absolutely fantastic. We did Universal, both Islands of Adventure and the Universal Studios. We did Busch Gardens, SeaWorld, Aquatica, and did a few bits and pieces of shopping as well. No Disney was involved because we just did not have the time or the money to do that. And it was my birthday whilst I was over there, so I did get a few birthday presents, and here's a couple I'm going to show you. Finally got the glow-in-the-dark Batman v Superman Funko Pop toys, and I also got the metallic versions of these as well. So I've got those, and I've got the 2 normal ones as well. So now I've got all 3 versions. Yay! So I'm happy with that. I found this in Target. Had to get it because Earth 23 Superman, Calvin Ellis. Why wouldn't you? It needs to be done. So I'm pleased with that. I also bought this. I've been waiting for this to come out in trade since I heard that it was being done. Star Trek, Green Lantern. I cannot wait to read this. I really cannot wait. I've read the Star Trek Legion of Superheroes graphic novel, which, if you want to know what my thoughts are on that, search for it. I have done a video on it. Go look for it. Because this one here features the new team of the Enterprise, whereas the one with Legion of Superheroes had the original team crew of the Enterprise. So this one's got the new crew, the other one had the original crew. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this pans out. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Yeah, so one thing I noticed about when we were in Florida, the comic book shops over there are just huge. I was just taken aback, basically. Absolutely taken aback with the fact that these places are just monumentally big. They had statues all over the place, collectibles and everything. And they even had comic books going as far back as like mid to late 60s, which I was really impressed with. And I managed to pick up a copy, because I've never owned one before, because obviously at the time I didn't even know such an event was happening. Finally got the Superman 75 with the blood smeared S cover. So I've picked that up. I also got the original comic itself, the normal comic book itself. And someone at the shop recommended that I get a copy of Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane, where she becomes black. So I've got that as well. I forgot to bring them in here with me to show you guys, but yeah, I'm wholly impressed with it. So I cannot wait. I might just upload pictures of them for you guys. So if you check me out on Instagram, I'll post them on there. But I was really impressed. I was hoping to get a copy of Flash 123, which obviously is a Flash of Two Worlds, where we first see Jay Garrick and Barry Allen meet, but they didn't have any. So I was bit sad about that, but never mind. But like I say, a lot of statues. I mean, one comic book shop we went into in particular, you walk through the door and you've got 2 life-size Hulk statues facing each other, Green Hulk and Red Hulk. I was just like, whoa, what have I wandered into here? But it was just amazing. And even a girlfriend was asking me, what do you want for your birthday? And I'm like, I think I'm just too exhausted just looking at everything right now, because there was that much stuff to look at. It was just incredible, absolutely incredible. So yeah, I was just wholly impressed, really impressed with that. Anyway, moving swiftly on now. Let's go on. We'll dive into the. We're going to dive into comics quickly. All right. Now, as you know, DC have basically revamped their DC Comics universe. And Rebirth is not, as Jeff Johns has explained it in before, reboots, remake, whatever. This is still continuing with the New 52, but basically bringing back what we've missed for the past 5 years, before the New 52. And I've read DC Universe Rebirth #1. And I loved it. The ending in particular, for me, was just brilliant. Okay, if you haven't read it, I will spoil it. Seeing Batman finding the Watchmen badge, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? And then at the end of it, we see the Watchmen sort of clock. Wally West is back as well. And all of that stuff happening at the same time with everything else that's going on in the comic. I mean, even Johnny Thunder's in there as well. Aquaman proposes to Mera. You know, all of that stuff put together, and I was just like, whoa. And the fact that they're using the Watchmen, and in particular Dr. Manhattan, as the reason for the New 52, it's good. I like that. They're bringing in the Watchmen to the DC universe, like in this way, absolutely brilliant. So I cannot wait to see how it all pans out. I have got last week's comics. I just haven't finished reading them yet, and haven't even got this week's comics yet. I'll probably get them tomorrow. So I've read Superman Rebirth #1. For me, I'm slightly disappointed that New 52 Superman is dead. I didn't want him to die. I was actually enjoying reading about him, reading his adventures and stuff. But obviously they've killed him off because pre-New 52 Superman is now back in the fold. And this is all going back to Convergence from last year, where we saw, you know, all the different timelines, universes, multiverse have all pretty much been shoved together and mangled up and shaken about, and pff, let's see what you can do. So the pre-New 52 Superman came to the New 52 universe and was working behind the scenes, you know, letting that Superman just operate as normal, but then he's now dead. And as I say, I'm disappointed in that because I was really enjoying his adventures. You know, the pre-52 Superman didn't need to come in, I don't think. Yes, don't get me wrong, I've been enjoying reading Lois and Clark. It's been refreshing, it's been great. But I honestly thought that if they had just left that in another universe, just leave it there as is, wouldn't have been a problem. But I know what everybody's like. Everyone just wants to go back to how things were. It's like, oh, I missed the pre-New 52 Superman, this, that, and the other. But it's like, why can't we just let things run the course? You know, did they need to kill off New 52 Superman? No, I don't think they did. Did they have to shake up the universe? Yes, they did. I think they did. Maybe that, you know, as the first sort of page of DC Universe reads, I love this world, but there's something missing. And yes, there was something missing, and now they've brought it back. So we'll see how it all unfolds over the next few years. Action Comics and Detective Comics have gone back to their original numbering. So Action Comics has kicked off again with 957, and Detective Comics is back with 934. So obviously, Action Comics is going to get to 1,000 before Detective Comics. That'll be a historic moment. I can't wait to get that issue myself. If they do a midnight release, I will be first in line for that, to be fair. I will be. But yeah, so for me personally, I am going to miss the New 52 Superman because I still think he had a lot more to offer. But it is what it is. So looking forward to see what the next few years will bring. Right, TV. Oh, dearie me. So, Supergirl has not only been renewed for season 2, she's now been moved over to the CW because the budget with CBS got a little bit too much and the ratings started to falter towards the end. So the CW decided to swoop in and take the reins, which is good because now we have no less than 5 DC Comics TV shows on CW. We have Arrow, we have The Flash, we have Legends of Tomorrow, we now have Supergirl, and of course there's iZombie as well. And also we've still got Gotham over on Fox, and a new comedy series called Powerless is coming to NBC. Krypton has now been moved to a pilot series, to pilot order, so looking forward to see who's going to get cast and how that's going to pan out. Even if it only lasts for a season, I'm not going to complain, because if it goes in the same sort of guise as what we saw the first 20 minutes of Man of Steel, that'll be great. If we can get something similar like that, fantastic. which means they'll have to connect the TV show and the movie, basically. Why not? You know, Supergirl is a different universe to Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow. We already know that Flash can go into other universes anyway. Possibilities are now endless, and there's going to be a massive, this is going to be fun, a massive crossover across all 4 of these TV shows, Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow and Supergirl, happening in December. Can you just imagine? Each night we're going to be watching a different show. Mondays, Supergirl. Tuesdays, The Flash. Arrow on Wednesdays. Legends of Tomorrow on Thursdays. Wow. It's also been announced that Superman will finally make an appearance in the first couple of episodes of season 2 of Supergirl. Casting has already begun. If you listen very carefully, you can actually hear the rabid Tom Welling fans picketing outside the WB lot as we speak. Good luck with that one, guys. Not saying that I don't want him to appear as Superman in the show. I just think, given that he didn't even wear the suit in the Smallville series finale, I don't want him to actually appear as Superman, because if he wasn't comfortable then, why would he then be comfortable now? You know, what's the difference this time? You know, if someone turns around and says, yeah, I've been playing this character for a decade, I don't want to go the whole hog. You know, because he cemented the fact that, you know, when the series started, it was all about Clark Kent and his journey to become a Superman. No flights, no tights, all that sort of stuff. Understandable. But after Guff and Miller left after season 7, they were pretty much free to do whatever they wanted. But Tom Welling still held that belief that no flights, no tights is going to stick with him all the way through to the end. And apart from, you know, seeing him in CGI or close up wearing some sort of blue material, you know, we never actually got a full shot of him head to toe in the suit, which was an absolute shame. But again, if he does get cast, fantastic. Do please wear the suit. If he doesn't, I'm happy for an unknown person to be cast, because that's always been a tradition with Superman. Anytime you get in an actor playing that role, he's always been an unknown or someone that's not familiar to everybody. So let's keep that tradition if we can. I know there's been mention of also Matthew Bomer, perhaps possibly playing him as well. At least that's what a lot of people want as well. They want Matt to probably take the reins. But it'll be interesting to see exactly who they cast. New characters that are likely to be appearing in season 2 as well includes Alexander Luthor's young sister, Lena Luthor. Okay, we've got Snapper Carr. I cannot wait to see what he's going to do. We've got a character by the name, was it Nick Farrow as well, and someone just known as was it just the Doctor or something like that? Yeah, the Doctor, described as a diabolical female leader of Project Cadmus. They say the Doctor, but, you know, who uses her surgical skills to implant prisoners with alien technology. Amanda Waller, this is not. And also, of course, Maggie Sawyer. So, looking forward to seeing Maggie Sawyer in there as well. So, not bad. Not bad. So, those are suggestions as to who will be appearing in season 2. I'm looking forward to that. I've enjoyed Supergirl. The season finale for me was really good. The fact that another Kryptonian ship has landed will be interesting to see who is in there. Is it Superman from another universe? Oh, if it is, get Henry Cavill on the phone. Or Brandon Routh even. But, you know, like I say, now that they've got Supergirl on the CW, the possibilities are pretty much endless now. So it'll be awesome to see how that turns out. Arrow season 5, we've yet to know who's going to be the big bad. Gotham season 3, David Mazouz, who plays young Bruce Wayne, has said he would love for the Mad Hatter to appear as a villain on the show. That would be good. I would like to see that as well. I think that could work. DC Legends of Tomorrow, obviously the season finale for that. Again, seeing Rex Tyler appear, aka Our Man. We're going to meet the Justice Society. Can't wait. Does this mean that Jay Garrick of Earth 3 from The Flash season 2 will actually appear in Legends of Tomorrow as well? Because that season finale of The Flash was just a bit of a mind fuck, basically. Everything about it was just brilliant. But seeing Jay Garrick, played by John Wesley Shipp, who's played the Flash in the 90s, playing Henry Allen as well, right the way through. So that was good. And a nice costume. I really like the costume. I thought that was very bright and vibrant. It's interesting that he says he's from Earth 3, because Zoom obviously travelled to that Earth and grabbed him. So he's from Earth 3. But we know in the comics that Earth 3 is the home of the crime syndicate of America. These are basically evil versions of the Justice League. So Superman is in fact Ultraman. If you watch Smallville, you'll know who I'm talking about. Wonder Woman is Superwoman. Owlman, Batman. Johnny Quick is the Flash, basically. So who's to say that Earth 3 Jay Garrick is in fact not Johnny Quick, or is Johnny Quick, but is posing as Jay Garrick? Which means, where is the real Jay Garrick of Earth 2? That question's still out there. And now we know that Hunter Zolomon is in fact Zoom himself, which is obvious. We know that from the comics ourselves. But the fact that they actually identified him in the series as well, good touch. So yeah, so the Flash is doing really well. Arrow, mediocre, and I'm not happy that they killed off Laurel Lance whatsoever. I don't know the real reasoning behind it, whether or not Katie Cassidy doesn't want to do the show anymore, but I still think that partially the whole Felicity ship is to blame as well, because you know what those fans are like. If you're not on their ship, well, basically you're not a fan of the show. Well, I'm sorry, for someone who's been reading the comics for a long time, I'm pretty familiar with the fact that Green Arrow and Black Canary pretty much belong to each other, and considering that they're going to get back together in in the Rebirth editions of the comics, the Felicity and Olicity fans don't really have a leg to stand on. You guys want to have the show, you have the show. But you've got it now, okay? Laurel's dead. Although there was a snippet somewhere that says that, according to Katie Lotz, we might not have seen the last of Laurel Lance on the show. Whether that means flashbacks or something, I don't know. But who knows? We'll see. So, yeah, that's pretty much all the TV shows. Have I spoken about them all? I think I have, yes. Because I've mentioned Krypton, I've mentioned also Powerless as well. So that's all right. So I guess now we're rolling into the big one, the movies. Okay, so less than 2 months until Suicide Squad comes out. We've had a couple of TV spots out already. When we went to see Warcraft the last weekend, they showed the first trailer for Suicide Squad. I sat there giddy as a child at a candy store. It was brilliant. But yeah, merchandise is now available to order as well. I think I'm going to buy myself a Suicide Squad t-shirt. I think I might buy the Girlfriend of Harley Quinn t-shirt so we can wear that when we go see the film, when it comes out in a couple of months. Just announced as well that they're going to be doing a Suicide Squad cosplay competition where you can win tickets to San Diego Comic Con next month. So I'll post a link on that below. What else have we got? Loads and loads of pictures have been released for Suicide Squad as well. They also announced, was it last month? Yes, last month. They've announced that they're going to be doing the Harley Quinn movie that could likely feature the likes of Batgirl, Poison Ivy, and other members of the Birds of Prey. That gives me the warm and fuzzies. Looking forward to that. We have now been told that it has been confirmed as well that there is a solo Batman movie coming, and obviously Ben Affleck is not only going to be starring in it, not only is he going to be co-writing it and co-producing it with Jeff Johns, he's also going to be directing said movie as well. So the guy's definitely got everything worked out for him as well. The Flash movie had Seth Grahame-Smith, was it? I think that's his full name. Depart as a director due to creative differences. We've seen all this before. And stepping in is a guy by the name of Rick. I need to make sure that I get his name correctly because, it's not always easy to say his name. Rick Famuyiwa, okay, black dude who directed a film called Dope. Never heard of it before. But he's now the new director for The Flash, and he's been busy doing his research. He tweeted a picture earlier this week where he's got a stack full of Flash graphic novels. Look like Rebirth and maybe Flashpoint and a few other bits and pieces are in there as well. So he's definitely doing his homework. James Wan has actually told in an article that he was given the choice to direct either Aquaman or The Flash, and he picked The Flash purely because, he didn't pick The Flash. He picked Aquaman purely because no one's ever done a movie on Aquaman, and obviously it's going to be new, it's going to be original, it's going to be something that's never been done, tried and tested and all that stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how that all comes to plan. So I'm looking forward to seeing James Wan working his magic with Aquaman. Just to quickly mention about, obviously, Justice League, what is interesting, I've noticed that people have been posting this picture lately online, showing none other than J.K. Simmons himself, who's going to be playing Jim Gordon in Justice League, working out at a gym, and he looks ripped as hell, and not sure if it's actually for the film itself. We do know that Jim Gordon has been described as a former sort of Navy SEALs, or was it US Marine, soldier, essentially. And it could just be that maybe he's going to be doing some form of physical stuff in the film. If you've read the New 52 comics, you will know that Jim Gordon took over the role as Batman, and was working out at times as well. So who knows, maybe this is something for the film, but it could just be that J.K. Simmons knows how to look after himself, especially at 61 years old. So well done to him. He's working out like hell. Certainly does look ripped to fuck. That's brilliant. That is brilliant stuff. Even I'm jealous right now. So yeah, kudos to him. Wonder Woman finished filming back in May. So hopefully we'll get a new trailer for that. If it doesn't happen this month, we're looking at San Diego Comic-Con, obviously, for that. And I'm sure it will appear in cinemas before Suicide Squad plays as well. What else? Justice League Dark. Obviously, we're still expecting a live-action movie of that, but it has been announced that they're going to be doing an animated movie. Okay, The Killing Joke, the final animated movie to feature both Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill as Batman and the Joker, respectively. That's coming out in August, but they're going to be playing it in theatres in America for one night only. That will be on, I believe it's July, when was it? July 25th, okay? 7:30 and 10 p.m. So for one night only, look for it and go and watch it. And then obviously it comes out digital and Blu-ray in August 2nd, which I think is 3 days before Suicide Squad is released as well. So yeah, looking forward to that. But yeah, so much stuff has been announced. Vixen is going to be joining Legends of Tomorrow in season 2, but it won't be Megalyn Echikunwoke, who played her and voiced her in season 4 of Arrow, and also we saw her in the CW Seed animated series as well. She will still voice her on the series, but the reason why she won't be appearing in season 2 is because they're actually going back to an earlier version of Vixen. Okay, so when the Legends will be time traveling in the past, they'll meet an earlier incarnation of Vixen. It won't necessarily be Mari herself, but I would imagine it's one of her ancestors or something of the like. And just announced yesterday, this is awesome, by the way, the sequel to Injustice Gods Among Us, currently just titled Injustice 2, is coming out in 2017. They announced it yesterday with a trailer, which looks sweet, absolutely sweet. I was wetting my pants watching that thing. Just seeing everybody armoured up. We even see Supergirl appear as well. Okay, it opens up with Superman and Superman pretty much knocking the Flash the hell out. Then Batman comes to give him a few punches as well. Then Aquaman decides to take a piece of Batman. Superman gets a hit, gets a hit on Batman. Supergirl fires her heat vision on Superman, and then all of a sudden, there's all of them together, armored up to the absolute heavens, running towards each other, and then fade to black. But yeah, sweet looking trailer. Sweet looking trailer. I can't wait. And apparently this weekend they're going to show some gameplay on the NetherRealm Twitch channel. So it'll be interested to see exactly how the actual gameplay will be. You know, how it's going to be played essentially. So it'll be interested to see that. And I think that is everything. Goodness Lord, I've left it too long, haven't I? I have. But you know what? I wait for things like this to just churn out. And if you have still been watching, and it's been half an hour now or so since I've been talking, if you have still been watching this, well done to you. Quick other side note to mention, obviously to do with games. Batman Telltale series is coming out this summer. I have no idea what it entails. It's all hush hush. We haven't even seen a trailer for it. All that we know is that it's coming out this summer. And yeah, who knows what it involves. But apparently, according to the people who are making the games, they're basically saying that whoever you play, whether you play as Bruce Wayne or Batman, it will have consequences on either character. So if you do something as Bruce Wayne at Wayne Enterprises, that in turn will affect whatever you then do as Batman during the night when you're taking on villains, and vice versa. Interesting. I look forward to that. And also has been announced for PS4 and Xbox One is what's known as Batman Return to Arkham, where they're basically going to release, I think, was it all three? I can't remember if it's all three, if it's just the first two of Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, or I think all three. I'm not sure if Arkham Knight's in there, but I think it's just the first two, Asylum and City, are going to be released pretty much as one sort of game for PS4 and Xbox One. So lucky sods. But yeah, looking forward to all of that. And quick note, actually, to quickly go back on the TV side of things. Me and a girlfriend have started watching Preacher. Again, never read the comics, but we started watching Preacher, and it looks interesting. I quite like it. So, going to see how that one pans out for the first season. It's definitely got some interesting bits going on there. I particularly like our vampire, Cassidy, who is just hilarious, especially the fact that he's Irish as well. So that's good. And funny to see Howard Stark, aka Dominic Cooper, appearing over here on DC stuff now. So that's good. Given that Agent Carter is now finished, not surprising. But there we have it. Anyway, guys and girls, thank you very much for watching. It's been an absolute blast. I think the next time I'll do a video will probably be when, hopefully, I'm thinking about it, I'm going to do a competition for Suicide Squad. It's not going to be as big as what Batman v Superman and also Man of Steel were, so you're probably going to get like 1 or 2 prizes out of it this time round. But I'll let you know in the coming weeks, essentially, what it's going to entail and what's going to happen. But other than that, I think that's all. Actually, before I go, if you're probably wondering why I'm wearing my Superman Celebration t-shirt, that is because said celebration, the 38th Superman Celebration, kicks off today over in Metropolis in Illinois. So if anyone is going, if you plan on going, get yourself there. Yeah, you'll have a damn good time. Celebrity guests include Peter Facinelli and also Mehcad Brooks, both obviously from Supergirl, and there's a few others appearing there as well. So if you are planning on going this weekend, seriously, get yourself out down there and you will enjoy it. You will enjoy it a lot. I'm hoping to go back out there myself in 2018, so that's a couple of years' time, taking my girlfriend with me as well. So I'm looking forward to that. But like I say, it kicks off today around 5 o'clock Eastern time. So yeah, seriously, get yourself there if you're going and enjoy it. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you all very much. See you all very soon.